Okay, so now that we've solved equations, now we're also going to be asked to solve inequalities. And the good news is that solving inequalities is exactly the same as solving equations. There's just a couple of small differences, and they're not going to be that bad. So first of all, equations typically have finite solutions. The word finite means there's only a certain number of them. So a lot of the equations that we solve have one solution, and then later in the year, we're probably going to have two solutions. We did talk about the case in the last lesson where there's infinite solutions or no solutions, but most of the time, we're talking about there's a finite number of solutions. There's a set number. There's one or two or whatever, but there's not infinite. Whereas inequalities, most of the time, have an infinite number of solutions. And so when we say something like our solution set is x is greater than 5, then we're talking about all the numbers that are greater than 5, and that's an infinite number of solutions. The only other difference that you need to know is that when multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you need to flip the inequality sign. Okay, and let's talk about why that is. You've probably heard that before, but maybe you never understood why. Let's take an inequality that's true. Okay, so let's take the inequality. Let's take 4. I'm going to change colors here. How about if I took the inequality 4 is greater than 3? I think we can agree with that. Now, let's say that I do a few things here. Let's say first I add to both sides. So let's say I add, so this is true. Let's say I add 5 to both sides. If I add 5 to both sides, I'm going to get 9 is greater than 8. Okay, that's still true. So this is where I added 5 to both sides. Okay, well, what if I subtract from both sides? So let me subtract 5 from both sides. When I subtract 5 from both sides, I get -1 is greater than -2. Well, that's also true. But what if I multiply both sides by a negative number? Well, actually, let's start by multiplying by a positive number. Let's multiply by positive 5. Whoops, that's a 2. So if I multiply by positive 5, I get 20 is greater than 15. Still true. Okay, so now let's multiply by a negative number. 4 is greater than 3 is true, but what if I multiply by -5? If I multiply by -5, I get -20 is greater than -15. That's not true anymore. -20 is not bigger than -15. So how do I make this true? I just turn around, flip the inequality sign. Now it's true again. So, and this holds true for division too. If you add or subtract, no problem. If you multiply by a positive number or divide by a positive number, no problem. But when you multiply by a negative number or divide by a negative number, we have to remember to change the inequality sign. We have to flip it over. All right, so let's do a couple of examples here. And so we're just going to go through our steps like we normally do. So our first step is simplify both sides, just like equations. So that means distribute and combine like terms. I have no distributing, but I do have some like terms. Okay, so what does that give me? That gives me 2 minus 18 is -16x. -4 minus 14 is -18. Is greater than -6 minus 100x. Okay, so then I'm going to add 100x to both sides. And that's going to give me 84x minus 18 is greater than negative 6. And then I'm going to add 18 to both sides. And that gives me 84x is greater than 12. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 84. Now I'm dividing by a positive number, so I don't have to change my sign here. And I get x is greater than, oh, I don't know what 12 divided by 84 is. Looks like we're just going to reduce that to 1/7. Okay, so here is my solution set. Don't be afraid of the fraction. I could put this in set notation. Remember, all x such that x is greater than 1/7. We learned that back in lesson 11, I think it was. Or I could put this on a number line. So how about we have 0, then 1/7, then 2/7, then 3/7. That's a good way to make my number line. Since this is greater than, but not greater than or equal to, that's going to give me an open circle at 1/7. And I want values that are bigger than it, so I'm going to point in the positive direction. Okay, so now let's try this, this second one here. So with this one, I see negative 1/4. This is, okay, so by the way, negative x over 4 is the same thing as negative 1/4 x plus 8 is less than or equal to 1/2. Okay, so just like I taught you in equations, we can get rid of those fractions by multiplying through by the greatest common denominator. The greatest common denominator here, I'm gonna multiply by negative 4. Lowest common denominator, I'm sorry, not greatest, lowest. When I do that, I'm going to get, this is going to be 1x minus 32. I'm multiplying by a negative number, so I have to flip my inequality sign, is greater than or equal to negative 2. Okay, let me finish this off. Add 32 to both sides. And I get 1x, or just x. 1x and regular x are the same thing, greater than or equal to 30. Set notation, all x's such that x is greater than or equal to 30. And then number line. So how about 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. My symbol is greater than or equal to, so that means I need to use a closed circle at 30, and I'm pointing to the right because I'm pointing to things greater than 30. So what this means is that if I take any number here, 31, 32, 33, 34, forever, and I plug it in for x, I'm going to get an inequality statement that's true. Let's not lose sight of what does it mean to be a solution. This has infinite solutions. All the numbers that are greater than or equal to 30, if I plug them in for x, I get something that's true. And that's it. Now you can go practice.